Okay, hello teacher, good morning. Hi guys. My group is composed by Laura Miranda, Sthephanny Jiménez, and myself. So today we're going to talk about the classroom, but specifically the classroom layouts. So it is so important because here you can see what occurs in the classroom, right? So if the teacher is the center of the classroom, or if the students is the center, or if it is a social learning or an individual learning, okay? So as you can see, there are a lot of kind of classroom layouts, but here we are going to talk about the most important. Okay, the first one is groups. So as you can see, it's just a table with 6 students. The other one is rows. So here is like a traditional one, and it is line in the classroom. The other one is horseshoe desk. So here, as you can see, is like a rectangle, like yeah, a rectangle, and the teacher is in the center. So the other one is double horseshoe, sorry, and here is like two rectangles in the classroom, and the teacher continues being in the center. The other one is circle, so the teacher is in the center and the students is around her or around him. And finally, the other is class conference. So the teacher is in the corner and the students are like in a table conference.
Okay, related with what Viviana already said, we have to take into account the effective seating arrangement, okay? You believe it or not, the seating arrangement has an impact on the students' learning, okay? The way you organize the chairs and the tables is going to affect the process, the learning process of the students, right? And also, um, you have to fit your seating arrangement with your teaching style. This is really important because the way you feel more comfortable teaching is the way that you are going to organize your students for them to understand you, okay? And as Viviana tell us, there are different kind of seating arrangement, but here we're going to talk about three. The first one is rows, that as you know is the traditional seating, right? And these have a positive thing, that is that um, the students are going to be focused in their work, their exams, or the things that they have to do. But the negative part is that the social learning is not being doing here, right? Then the next one is table groups. As you can see in the image, that is like a children classroom, because this seating arrangement is commonly used in early years and also in elementary school sometimes. The positive thing of this is that you can do dynamic and engaging lessons. Yes, because they can share together. But the negative part is that as they are together, keeping the talking at the minimum is like impossible here, right? And the third one is workstations. This one is a very popular arrangement right nowadays, but it's not. It has a positive thing, that is they encourage the creativity, because as you can see in the image, there are like 4 students with all the materials they are going to need in the center, right? So they can have what they need. But the negative part is that it requires a lot of preparation and communication to to organize this kind of arrangement in your classroom.
So here is very important that the teacher know how to organize the students at the moment to do the activities. So for that reason, it's very important that the teacher evaluate the classroom space, and the style of the children. So the teacher reflect about the teaching style, and for example, if you want that the students collaborate in small groups, for example, organize them around tables or clusters of desks. And if you want that the students work in groups or have discussions, try with a circle or U-shaped desk. Also, it's very important that the teacher provide opportunities for children to move around the classroom while visiting learning centers and other special classroom areas. So uh, many researches prove that many children need to move or need a extensive mobility while they are learning. So these children learn significantly more if they move from one area to another. So they acquire new information in this form.
Okay, also it's important to keep the supplies and the materials within easy reach. That means that the students can have easily the materials they are going to need. They are going to know where the materials are. That is going to save a lot of time for them to do their activities. And also it's important if the teacher want to use, well, to decorate his or her classroom with posters or flashcards. It's important that those materials uh, uh, being like useful in their classes, right? Not only for decoration, that could be possible too, but the idea is to use it during the classes, the lessons, okay?
So in this part, um, the best time to start developing a positive learning environment in the classroom is during the first days in of the school year. So these are some strategies or tips to create a positive learning environment. So it's very important that the teacher help students to develop intrinsic motivation because uh, if the student feel good uh, is an intrinsic 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 motivator to students, and positive actions help students feel good about themselves. So helping students learn uh, that they have to change a negative thought to a positive can produce positive actions. And regardless of the situation or circumstance, there is always a way to respond and interact with the students in a positive way. Yes? So uh, if the teacher teach the students how to communicate and interact with each other is very important. It's very meaningful if the teacher learn this in a positive manner. And also it's very important that the teacher be enthusiastic. So let your students know that you are excited to be there and that you are excited they are there. So that's it.
Okay, Lau, thank you. Now we are going to talk about in class, chaos in the classroom, sorry. So first of all, we need to know the rules of the game, right? So in the first class, we are going to talk with the students and say, okay, those are the rules. So for example, you can use your phone. It will be awesome if we can put images related to that around the table, around the classroom, sorry, because in that way, each day, the students will see the picture, okay, and they will know what they can do and why they can't do, okay? So the other one is to show them that each action has a consequence, right? So we can choose the action, but not the consequence. So it's important here to let us know them that, and we as a teacher need to be sure that it's important to create a possible goal, right? Because the idea is uh, change the behavior, right? Not just punish them. The other one is let the punishment fit the crime. So here it's important, okay, to understand if one students make something wrong. So the idea is to talk with the students, not with all of the classroom. And finally, it's important is to don't keep your distance with your students. So the idea is to create a good environment and be involved with the students and with their lives, sorry, because in that way, everything will be easier, right? And finally, it's important to know that good classroom management is not only possible, but it's easy when you learn from those that have gone before you. Okay, so that's all. Thank you, teacher. Thank you guys for everything. So if you have a question, just let us know.
Thank you.
Bye.